Hi guys, so this is the second part of my how to prepare your body for summer, be in a perfect shape video. And this video I will basically touch a subject on what you can do from the inside to improve your body, to improve your entire body appearance. So what I usually do is I try to exercise on my home stepper. Now, I am kind of a lazy person in terms that I do lack motivation, and a lot of times I just, don't really care about exercising, or I just do other things and then time passes by and I just don't exercise. Especially in winter time, I kind of don't really have any motivation whatsoever to exercise, and it's really not good because you have to be consistent. If you want to see results, you have to exercise throughout a year. You can't really expect to have visible results in a month, or you can't really expect to have an instant result overnight. You have to sweat for it. And look who is talking. I mean, I am the worst person ever to give you these advices because I can't even follow my own advices. So I will just honestly tell you what I do just to kind of bring myself to exercise. I am kind of lazy in winter. I kind of go to a big long sleep like a bear, and then I wake up in spring, and basically I do try to dust off my home stepper and to exercise from Sunday to Thursday, I would say, because then I start working, and on work I move a lot, so I don't really need an extra exercise. But I do try to exercise in the mornings on the days when I'm not working. When I'm just starting out, I do some warm-up exercises, and then I would like be on a stepper for 20 minutes or so. And whilst I'm on my stepper, I usually watch YouTube videos, to be honest, or some kind of other show like The Vampire Diaries or something, because this motivates me more. And a lot of time I find myself having my breakfast, I will just like watch a 20-minute long video, and then I will just kind of stop myself and say, instead of just sitting, and watching a video, why don't you hop onto your home stepper and then you can watch a 20 minutes long video. You know what I'm saying? At least you have done something in the meanwhile. You haven't just waste. I mean, it's not a waste to watch YouTube videos. I love watching them, but sometimes throughout the day you have a lot of things, a lot of activities that you need to do, and sometimes I kind of feel guilty for just sitting down and watching like 30 minutes. So if I'm exercising, it's a whole another story, because I'm kind of doing something for myself, something that I need to do on a daily basis just to keep in shape and be, and look better. So that's my little tip. Definitely. What motivates me the most? I just, try to imagine myself in a bathing suit in summer at the beach. And this is my motivation. I want to look good in a bathing suit, and I am quite skinny. Well, not skinny, but let's say I'm kind of proportional for my height, but I do need to tone my body. I do need to work on that. I don't need to lose weight, but I do need to, firm a little bit some parts of my body, and that's my motivation. And also when I know that I can kind of treat myself by watching a fashion haul or makeup tutorial on YouTube whilst doing my exercise, this is kind of a thrill for me. So that's what I do, and I can also say that I start way too late with my exercises. I just started now in April, but I had this problem with swollen tonsils and ear infection, and this has been bugging me for an entire month, and I'm still not really fully recovered. I still hear weird noises in my ear, so we will see what to do about that. So just now I picked up where I left with exercises, and I'm not really pleased with how this is going, but let's hope that I will be able to be more active in these days, you know, and that I will manage to prepare my body uh, for the beach. And then an important thing that I usually do, being such a pale of a skin, I usually prepare my skin by using carotene, beta carotene. I don't know the exact word in English, I will have to Google it, but this is how it's called both in Croatian and in Italian, so I suppose in English as well. It has got antioxidants and basically it helps to prepare your skin for the sun. Before sun exposure, I do advise everybody to take these, and you need to take them at least 20 days before sun exposure and then throughout the sun exposure. So what I usually do is I start like in April or May, then I will start going to the beach maybe in June or the late of May, and I will continue using these throughout the whole June and also July and August, and then it's enough because it's September and I've kind of prepared my skin. And this is the third year that I'm using this carotene, and basically it has got vitamin C, vitamin E, and extracts of carrot and acerola. Acerola is, I believe, Brazilian fruit that is also rich in vitamin C. You have to take one pill a day after your meal. It can be after lunch, it can be after dinner, it doesn't really matter. The important thing is that you have your stomach, you know, full before taking this, and continue with your normal diet. Nothing has to change. So my experience with beta carotene showed that I do not get sunburned, so this is a major positive thing. And okay, I cannot promise you miracles because I did expect to have like this instant great tan, but this really didn't happen. You have to be consistent with sun exposure, and I catch my tan the most and the better when I'm going at the beach after 2 p.m. in the afternoon hours and regularly, like every day. After 2 weeks of doing that regularly and consistently, I will catch a nice tan. But bear in mind that my skin is very pale. I'm extremely pale, and it's just a miracle that I don't get sunburned. And okay, I do use a sun protection filter, but not even that high. For my body, I never use more than 12. Having said that, I'm here in Europe, so um, it's kind of a different here. I know there are other parts of the world where the sun can do much more damage, so you have to use higher sun protection filter, but I use for my body not more than 12, and for my face I believe currently that I'm using like 30 or 40, something like that, which is really high for me. And also I am never under the sun at midday or 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock, because the sun is the strongest in that period of time and can do serious, severe damage to your skin. So I always go in the afternoon hours, and I never really care that much about catching an instant tan. Uh, for me, it's really important that my skin is healthy, prepared for the sun so that it doesn't get sunburned, and if I'm consistent enough, I know that I will develop a nice tan. And this is what I have been using now. It's third year, like religiously. Every spring I start with this beta carotene treatment, and my hubby as well, because he saw the results on me, and he's also kind of pale of a skin, so he as well starts this treatment with me, and he's also very pleased with this. So this is definitely something that I can recommend for you. Also, when touching the subject of health and diets, I personally cannot really advise to each singular person type of diet that one should follow, because I can only speak for myself. I'm not, a nutritionist or any kind of health expert. So I can just say that I have found what works best for me, and that is I'm eating everything, but I never get, full in terms that I can't even move or I can't even breathe. So I never deprive myself of anything, and whatever I feel like a craving that I want to eat, I will eat that. So I do eat sweets, I do eat meat. I'm not a vegetarian or anything, but I do love to eat fruit. I eat a lot of fruit and a lot of vegetables. And I eat them throughout the year, not only in springtime, but in springtime and summertime, because just because it's so, hot outside, so my organism kind of craves more towards salad, fresh salad, and I will eat a lot of fresh tomatoes with oregano, and this is kind of spice. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's oregano. Maybe it's basil. I don't know. Anyways, so I will eat my fresh tomatoes with salad, any kind of lettuce or that type of salad, and then I will eat cheese, mozzarella, Italian cheese, olives, and what else do I like to put in my salad? Tuna. What else? And of course, my favorite summer meal is actually a melon and prosciutto and melon together. Nothing else. I love that. Basically, as you can tell, I'm not a vegetarian or vegan, but I'm not really crazy about meat in terms that I don't eat it every day. I don't really feel the need to eat meat so frequently, but I do like it in my diet. Every once in a while I will eat meat, both white meat and red meat. I prefer red meat barbecued, because if not, I don't really like to eat it. Maybe just with Mexican foods and stuff like that, but otherwise I kind of prefer white meat. But I do find myself very, respectful when talking about animals and the meat, so I only eat small amounts, in terms that, well, small amounts. I only need what I need. I hate seeing that families or even some friends, buy a lot of meat and then they kind of prepare everything and eat as much as they can, and what's left they kind of throw away. This to me is very disrespectful. And if I have any leftovers, I will eat them another day. I won't waste them in terms that I will, just throw them in a garbage. It's just, it freaks me out. And just because of all this nature and how things works in the nature, I basically look, at the nature, and I can see that even, tigers, lions, big animals hunt smaller animals. Smaller animals are prey to the big animals, and they hunt them, but not for fun. They hunt them to eat them because they need to survive. So uh, just like I've said, I'm trying to be very respectful towards all this, meat and animals, and I don't support buying meat from the supermarkets. I don't support this global mass production of meat where animal really suffers and doesn't live a healthy life. The quality of that meat isn't what I do is I support agricultures, farms and factories. Both me and my husband order directly from agricultures, and these are farms, smaller farms, like family farms. So this is what we like to support. And as I've said, we don't even eat meat when that we often. We like to know where is our, meal coming from. And having said that, it's not only about meat, but vegetables as well. As I've said, we order directly from the agricultures here in this region, or outside of this region, but we know where is our food coming from. So this is also really important, because if you are trying to eat a healthy diet and then you buy a bunch of fruits, vegetables or meat that is full of different toxins, of different chemicals, then you're not doing anything good to your body. So definitely food and diet is really important when talking about nice and healthy appearance of your body, preparing your body not only for the summer but all year round. So I hope I touched some really interesting subjects, and I hope you guys, felt kind of inspired by listening to me. Definitely share with me your own, experience on, I don't know, everything what I've touched. I hope I didn't here bore you too much. I know there was a lot of talking, I just felt like I needed to do this video now that the summer is approaching, and I will definitely talk more about hair care as well, and face care in summer days, but these videos are yet to come. So thanks for watching. Bye.